That's interesting. Looks like I stay exactly the same, even on a sugar fast. So yesterday I did a full sugar fast with one exception. I had a smoothie for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, except in the morning with the smoothie, I had a little bit of those frosted flakes left, so I went ahead and ate that, and then I went and did some yard work. And I honestly thought, man, I can tell my metabolism is really high. I'm probably losing weight. I kind of felt like I was losing weight. Stepped on the scale, as you just saw, and I stayed exactly the same. So I think my body's kind of finding its comfortable set point. Kind of surprised. I really felt like I would have gotten to that 182, but weight didn't change at all. So not sure what's going on there. We'll have to see how the rest of the day goes and see if I can get under 183 by this weekend. I'm kind of in a little bit of a dilemma. I'm not really sure if I should continue to do a sugar fast to get to 182 or add some protein to my meal today. Not really sure. I just do know that I did cook a lot of those sausages. If you saw my video two or 3 days ago, I cooked all these sausages on the grill and I got a ton of eggs in the refrigerator, the Costco eggs. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to start eating that stuff because I don't wanna waste all that food that I cooked. So I'm thinking I'm gonna add some protein in today, but it's gonna be kind of a fattier meal, even though the lean protein, while having the smoothies, actually helped me lose more weight. And the carnivore meal that I had with my smoothies actually kept me exactly the same. I think I'm still gonna eat that anyway. And you never know, I actually may lose weight tomorrow having a carnivore meal. So the whole thing will be up in the air as to which one works better. And honestly, these are only day tests. I think I need to really give it a fair test and do it for like weeks to see if it actually sticks. I've been reading the comments. I know it makes more sense to do something more long-term than to do these like 24-hour tests, because here's the thing, the body fluctuates all the time. The scale is gonna go up and down. Weight loss is never linear. It may be linear for a while, but eventually it's almost like a staircase. You know, you'll kind of plateau and then you'll drop, plateau and then drop. That's kind of how weight loss is realistically. Yeah, it's fun to see it go straight down linear, but that's never the case long-term. You're gonna hit a wall, you're gonna plateau. I don't care what diet you do. So don't get discouraged. If you've been doing this with me and you notice you're plateauing, this is completely normal. Everybody stalls, everyone plateaus. You just gotta figure out, how do I get out of the stall? And the most important thing is to never give up. Meal number one, the blueberry, strawberry, blackberry, raspberry with 3 tablespoons of sugar and the blueberry lemonade that I got from Publix smoothie. This one's probably my favorite. I like the strawberry mango, but this one is really, really good. So I'm gonna drink this and then we're gonna head to the gym. And when I come back home, I'm gonna wait about an hour or two, and I think I am gonna have some protein in this meal. It's gonna be a little fattier. I gotta eat those sausages that I grilled, so I'm probably gonna eat that with the eggs. And the reason why I'm gonna do that is because every single weekend, I usually do a 48-hour water fast. If you watched any of my other videos in the past, since this year in January, I always stop my meal at around 2-3 p.m. and I wouldn't break the fast until Sunday at 2-3 p.m. But we are gonna be celebrating my mother-in-law's birthday on Sunday, so I'm definitely gonna have to tighten up on Saturday. So I think what I'm gonna do on Saturday is that instead of doing a full water fast, I'll just do another sugar fast, and let's see if I can get the scale to go down. Now, by the time you watch this video, it will already be Saturday, all right? So I'm a day ahead of you, so just keep that in mind. I'm a day ahead. I try to stay ahead to get these videos out to you sometime in the morning. I try to upload them at around 10 a.m. Eastern time. That's if I stay a day ahead. If I can't stay a day ahead, then it's usually in the evening time, like 6-7 p.m. Eastern time. So just keep that in mind, that while you're watching this video, it's really Friday for me, but you're not gonna see it till Saturday. So again, what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna add some protein today. And on my last meal, I'll probably have another smoothie. And then Saturday is just gonna be a strict sugar fast, and we'll see if we can get to that 182. All right, so we're gonna head to the gym. But first, I'm gonna drink that shake and we will start our day. So we just got back from the gym, and man, it is a rainy day. We needed the rain here in Florida. It's just been like a drought. So
Here's what I've decided to do. I already had my smoothie, which you saw this morning. And if you watched yesterday's video, you saw that the lean protein with the smoothies, the sugar, actually worked really well. However, like I said earlier this morning, I'm gonna have to add a little bit of fat. I think when I did my carnivore meal with the sugar and I kind of stayed the same, I think my fat grams were around 50. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna keep the fat grams under 30. Let's see if I'm able to get away with that, because that's still pretty low. Because I have to get rid of this food. I mean, I grilled all these. I mean, look how many of these sausages I have. I have a ton of these sausages. And I got a ton of these, like, I got more in the fridge, these Kirkland eggs. So here's what I'm gonna do. If you remember, like a couple videos ago, I did 4 eggs with 2 of these sausages, and that brought my fat grams up to like 50. This time, I'm gonna have 2 sausages, but only do 2 eggs. However, I'm gonna do 1 cup of egg whites for the extra protein. And I think that whole meal, I'll go ahead and put a screenshot of the macros and the calories. I think it's gonna be 124 grams of protein. The fat grams are gonna be under 30, they'll be 28. And I think the calories are gonna be about 860. So that's how I'm gonna go about today, because I just gotta get rid of this food. I don't wanna like waste it. And who knows, maybe doing that, I'll drop weight, because after all, I did plateau this morning after doing a sugar fast, which is kind of crazy that I actually stalled. But remember, like I said earlier, weight loss is never linear. It's like a staircase. That doesn't mean you get discouraged and you quit. One acronym I want you to remember, all right, there's one acronym that really helped me, is the word focus. And this is what focus stands for. Follow one course until successful. Put that on your fridge or on your computer, wherever it is, and always remember, just stay focused. Sometimes you have to make tweaks here and there, but you're gonna make it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna eat this meal. That'll be my post-workout meal, and then in the evening, I'll probably end it with some type of smoothie. There we go. We've got our 2 sausages. These are mozzarella, artichoke, and garlic. And we got 2 eggs with 1 cup of egg whites. So this is gonna be enough protein for me today. I'm still under 30 grams of fat, so I think this meal is actually gonna be okay. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat that, and I'll probably end the day with some type of sugar, which is gonna be a smoothie. And I have been reading the comments. I do think that doing these small one-day tests isn't long enough. I really need to spend time and do this for a week, 2 weeks, and just decide, okay, how am I gonna do this? Lean protein with sugar and that's it? Or a fattier meal with the sugar diet and just stick with that for a week or 2? If I had to guess, the one I really wanna test is just lean protein with sugar. Just stick to that for a week or 2 weeks and let's see what the progress is. I think the fat, if it's too much dietary fat, that can slow down weight loss. Even when I was coaching people in my Keto Shed 40 coaching program, there was times where people would stall, and what I ended up finding out is that they were eating too much dietary fat. You gotta give your body a reason to lose fat. And if you're eating a bunch of ribeye steaks, bacon and butter, and you're just going crazy with the dietary fat, you're not gonna lose weight. So there is a balance, and I think because this meal is under 30 grams, I think I'm gonna be okay. And then tomorrow I'm gonna do a full sugar fast instead of doing my water fast. I usually do a full 48-hour fast. Won't be doing that anymore because I really love doing this sugar fasting. So I'll be doing that over the weekend, and then we're gonna be celebrating a birthday on Sunday. So we gotta figure out what I'm gonna do on that day. All right, so I'm gonna eat this, and then we'll end the day with some type of smoothie like I usually do. So stay tuned. Last meal of the day, my strawberry mango smoothie. Man, this is so good. And learn something new today that I wanna share with you before we close out this video. There was a video by Mark Bell. He had a guest on, and he talked about another type of hormone that I had never heard about before. A lot of people keep talking about this FGF21, FGF21. Now, I already know what that is, but there's another one that you may not be familiar with, and it's called GDF15. I had no idea, never heard of this GDF15, and apparently what it is, it's an appetite suppressant. For any time people do prolonged fasting, you ever notice like after like a 24, 48, 72 hour fast, when you kind of get over that hump after the second or third day, you start to notice you're not as hungry as you were before. It's because this GDF-15 was elevated. It's an appetite suppressant. In fact, doctors, I guess Big Pharma is trying to find ways to utilize this GDF-15 to help people who are obese so they can keep their appetite low or suppress the appetite. But what's very interesting is, and I don't know if you're this way, okay, but for me, whenever I'm done with intense exercise, I can't eat right away. I have to wait at least an hour or two before I eat. I've tried to eat after a workout and I get really nauseous and I don't feel good. There's a reason for this. As soon as you're done working out, GDF-15 is actually elevated and it acts as an appetite suppressant. Now, why would the body do that? Why would the body suppress your appetite after a long bout of intense exercise? It's because your body prefers to restore the muscle that you've been damaging in the gym. It's prioritizing recovery over digestion. So let the body do its thing. The body is smarter than you. You can't really outsmart the body. I mean, there's things that we can do to manipulate our diets like we've been doing on this channel. However, the body adapts very, very quickly. So you just need to let the body do what it needs to do. And I always wondered why I was never hungry after a workout. And it's because of that particular hormone, that GDF-15 suppresses the appetite because it's prioritizing recovery over digestion. That's a pretty cool thing that I learned today. Now, the thing is, there's a paradox with this hormone. People who have cancer, kidney disease, cardiovascular disease, mitochondrial dysfunction, heart disease, like all the major diseases, what they find in those people is an elevated GDF-15. I didn't realize that either. So it's kind of a paradox. It's kind of a good thing, but then it's also a bad thing. If you have chronic levels of this GDF-15 elevated, that's basically a red flag that you might be dealing with kidney disease or heart disease, cardiovascular disease, cancer, mitochondrial dysfunction. But in short bursts, like after a workout, or if you're doing a prolonged fast, like 24, 72-hour fast, it can actually be a good thing. And I've done that. I've experienced both. I've experienced no appetite after a workout, and usually after about 48 hours to 72 hours, I'm just not hungry. When you initially start the fast, you're hungry, but if you can just get over that hump, like around that 48 to 72 hours, you start to notice that, you know what? I'm not that hungry. And it's because of this elevation of GDF-15. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I wanted to share that with you because everyone's been talking about FGF21 and how you want to elevate that, and that's going to help with weight loss. But this other hormone is just as vital as well. Just imagine if you're able to find a way to suppress the appetite. That's why these weight loss drugs are so popular. All they're doing is suppressing your appetite, and it causes you to eat less. Well, it's the same thing with prolonged fasting. You get over that 48-hour, 72-hour hump, you'll start to notice appetite is suppressed. Intense workout, appetite is suppressed. So at the end of the day, let the body do what it needs to do. Don't try to force it. I know there was that myth years ago. People thought they had to have a protein shake 30 minutes after the workout. Well, that's completely been debunked. You don't need to drink a protein drink after a workout. There's no such thing as like an anabolic window. It's what you get in the entire day. All right? So I hope this video was informative to you. If you really liked the video, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and always hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Until next time, I'll see you tomorrow.